All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sitting here today with the one and only Rockstarliiife.
Hello.
Rockstarliiife, one word.
3 eyes,
Three
baby.
eyes.
3 eyes.
And we are here in the illustrious Chill Vibez Resale boutique, what have you,
Yeah,
in the sunny Clearwater, Florida.
that's right.
It's a beautiful place. Shout out Missy. We'll put the Instagram handles on the screen here.
Mhm.
And so to start this off, I'd like to try to get an idea of how you progressed, because we know, or at least I know, you were tragic at one point.
That's right.
And then you turned into a very specifically but yet vague term of rockstar life.
Yeah, it's
With 3 eyes.
With 3 eyes.
So, bring us down that road a little bit.
So when so I made my first music video when I was in the 2nd grade.
What?
Yeah.
The 2nd grade?
In the 2nd grade. And that was on, oh God, I forget what the website's called. It was like Rude something. Back in the era of when YouTube first started, and there was like kind of a couple different ones.
Like 2008,
yeah,
6, 7,
yeah,
8?
Something like that. I really can't tell you. But I made a music video there. And yeah, and I've always been about original art. I've never really been a cover artist in the slightest. I like to sing along the songs.
I'm the cover artist.
Yeah, you can have that. You know what I mean? You're actually really good at it too.
Oh, thank you.
If you guys don't believe me, go check down his stuff down below
It's-
in the. Oh,
It's somewhere.
it's nice. The boy got some vocals on him now.
Oh, thank you.
So at first I was like, well, I want to go by my name. Let's go by my name, shall we? My government name is Tommy Akers. And everyone calls me Tommy. So I'm like, let me go look on Google real quick, see if there's anybody named Tommy Akers. Well,
Oh, it's a common name?
no.
Oh.
But there are some very successful people with that name.
Oh, okay.
So there is a.
So you were considering doing your straight up
Yep.
full name?
It's what I really
There's a
want
lot
to
of
do.
people.
Because my art is very it's about my
Very
life, and
personal.
it's like it's just who I am. So I'm like, well, the product is the person in this instance. So I was like, let's have them be the same thing. But there's an astronaut named Thomas Akers. There is a very successful rock band called Tommy Akers Band. I didn't know that.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's.
So
They already took the full package there.
So immediately I was like, fuck, well let me create a different name that is that's unique, So originally I was getting a lot of trouble for making songs. So
By saying whack things? Or?
no, just by family. I would get punished. I would get punished for making music constantly. So
Was making music taboo in your family?
I
or?
guess so.
What-
I can't. I don't really know.
All right.
Maybe my
take it.
lyrics weren't the best. I was not near as good as I am now back then.
Well.
And I'm barely good right now. So, sorry.
Oh, good.
See, I thought I turned you on. I turned you off. Now you're off. But so in the instance of I just got my ass handed to me for making a song.
And 2nd grade, you're saying? Or
So
just earlier?
2nd grade, I made a song. My parents actually filmed it and put it on there.
So now they want you to make songs at that point.
At that point, but then when I started doing other things,
Okay.
it was like no. So at 14, I got a mic, and I took a wire hanger and some pantyhose, and I made a goddamn
Pop filter?
Pop filter. I made a pop filter.
Out of wire hanger and pantyhose?
Yeah, wire hanger and pantyhose, and I was sitting there. I did not know how to use anything, but all I could use was Audacity.
Oh yeah, classic,
Oh,
free, open
baby.
source.
Sounds like garbage, but man, when you're hungry, you're using that. So I made mixtapes out of that under the pseudonym Masked Dasher.
Masked Dasher.
Masked
like
Dasher.
MASED or
Masked,
MAST.
like masked.
Oh, masked.
Masked.
Gotcha.
So
Masked
and I
Dasher.
named myself that because I didn't want my family to know I was making music, because I was getting kind of tired of getting punished.
Yeah,
for it.
you don't want to.
Granted, they are supportive. But at the time, the stuff I was making, you wouldn't want your 14-year-old to make.
I understand that.
So I was trying to be Mass Dasher, but I because I just want to have a mask on my face the entire time. Shout out Pusha Preem, by the way. He does that really fucking great, and he's going really far in the Tampa scene.
Pusha Preem.
Pusha Preem. Yeah, he's a great guy. But so after that, and just didn't really work out. I kind of fucking hated the name. So I was like, you know what? I kind of want to just have a 1-syllable name. Let's have a 1-syllable name. So I was like, let's go with Tragic. Boom.
Isn't that 2 syllables?
Yeah.
Tragic.
But at the time,
shorter than Mustacher. I get it.
So at the time, I was like, I was smoking a lot of weed, and I was like, yeah, that's 1 syllable right there. Yeah, tragic. Because if you say it fast, it's like tragic. Boom, like that, right?
I see.
Sorry if I clip, guys. You never know. But so what ended up happening was I was Tragic for a while. I searched all the places to see if there's a Tragic. There was not a Tragic artist. There was not at the time.
That's pretty. You would think. At the time.
Exactly.
This is late 2000s?
Yeah,
early
this was probably the 2009, 2010.
Okay.
But I was Tragic until about 2017, I want to say.
Okay.
And during that time, I was the only Tragic on there. Now, Tragic is a very vague name that anybody could pull. It's not very original in the slightest, I'll be honest. So I was like, I don't like Tragic because I was speaking things into existence.
You saying your life is tragic?
My life is tragic. So
you're manifesting a tragic. I mean, it does give that vibe. If you're like, oh, this artist's name is Tragic, he's probably singing about tragic things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and I lived we'll get into that later, but I lived a very, very tragic life. So, I don't want to live that way anymore.
Gotcha.
So, I transitioned that to Lloyd Thomas, which is my middle name, Lloyd, and my first name, Thomas, flip-flop.
Very fancy sounding.
You know, exactly. It's
high class.
It's a pinkies up moment.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. Grab the old. We gotta have. It's a pinkies up moment.
Oh right.
Pinkies up moment. Hold on.
I sometimes I just do this by nature.
Cheers. Pinky up moment.
Oh damn.
Yeah, like it's a shot, even though it's not.
Yeah, I find my pinky extending by itself. I think I'm just naturally. It's in my blood.
Yeah. Right. So. I was like I did that. Then I released a mixtape called Summer 16. Yeah, that's right, Summer 16, and it had I made a cover art for it that was like a pineapple in like a pool, but it had Bender from Futurama's face on it, and he was holding a joint.
Is that a copyright issue?
Probably. Let's be real.
Trademarking.
But ain't nobody listened to me at the time,
right.
So it didn't really matter. But so I released that, then I went to go look up my name to see how we're doing on someone else's stuff. And then guess what I find out? I found out there's a really, really big artist named Lloyd Thomas.
Oh, my God.
So I'm like, God, what am I going to do? So I go back to Tragic for a little bit.
That is tragic.
It's tragic. Because I'm like, fuck it, we're tragic now. And then I'm sitting there one day and I'm like, oh, God, I do these things where like you see whenever we hang out, I do like these kind of ad-lib kind of things where someone says one thing and then I'll like kind of like, oh, like this, or like I'll kind of like ad-lib it. So someone said, boy, you a rock star. I said, yeah, with 1 word and 3 eyes. I was like, oh.
You just randomly
that's the one.
Said that?
Yeah, that's God right there, baby. That's God.
So that just popped into your mind.
Yeah, real quick.
Because I was under the assumption that like you're trying to differentiate from the other maybe people calling them using that term,
yes,
word as
absolutely. Well, so at the time when it first came to me, I liked it, but I didn't want to use it at the time. I was like, that's fucking basic. Who, like, literally, me, what I am right now is Rockstarliiife, 1 word, 3 eyes. But at the time, like, who the fuck would call themselves Rockstar? Fucking assholes.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first read your name, I was like, okay, he's making a statement.
Yeah.
But you delivered, so.
It kind of goes with it sometimes. So what ended up happening was, hi, Missy.
She had to step outside.
Take a pause.
It is not.
Take a pause.
We'll take a pause. But actually, I can keep going because it's actually all right.
Okay.
So, I would put that away, though. So, what ended up happening was, I ad-libbed that, and then I sat on it for a couple months. And I was like, okay, boom, boom, boom. I don't really like it that much. But then I was like, well, I saw this lady walking out of her job, and she was walking home, and she had both arms filled to the brim with grocery bags.
Okay.
And I was like, that's Rockstar right there. That's a rock star.
You're adapting the term.
Yeah. So I adapted it, and then I sat on it for a while, and it ended up being my my handle name, like Instagram, social medias, and all that jazz. And as soon as it was done, like I didn't know, I just started going by my handle name, and it didn't really have no meaning behind it. I didn't really work up the meaning yet.
So it was just for the handle.
It was just the handle, just so everything was in order. So that way, if you looked up Rockstarliife, it was everywhere. So then I met this beautiful, beautiful engineer named Jado, and you're gonna have to, yeah. So after I met Jado, we were talking about it, and he's like, "Well, we should switch it." I'm like, "Absolutely, I would love that." And he's my manager at the time and all that jazz. He still is a very good friend of mine.
Right on.
He's a fucking great human being. Goddamn it, I love Jado. But so what ended up happening was he's like, well, what the brand is everything, right? Mm-hmm. So I can't even take credit for the everyone's a rock star because that was Jado's idea.
That was his idea to say
everybody's a rock star because I vocalized it, but he packaged it so much, so beautifully.
Okay.
So this brand is Jado right here. You know what I mean?
Shout out Jado.
Shout out Jado. Fucking top sound, triple D's all the way, baby. So
triple D's.
Dream Design and Development. You know?
Oh, okay.
that's the label right there.
Oh,
even though I'm UMM right now, Team UMM, but we're playing the long game, baby. You know. So
what's the saying that it's slower? The tortoise and the hare thing.
Exactly. So Jado was like, what's a rock star? And I can't remember how the conversation went in the beginning, but it ended up being, well, everyone's a rock star, because my tone at the time, is even still to this day, is about like showing people that, one, it's okay to have those emotions that you have, and two, you're a fucking rock star. If you work a 9-to-5 job and you hate that job, but you do it anyways for your family, you
mad respect
are a rock star.
Yeah.
You a single parent and you still got to go do your stuff for your kids, and you're doing whatever is possible to take care of your family, you're a fucking rock star. If you're struggling every single day but you keep putting one foot in front of another, you are a fucking rock star. Don't you ever forget that. That's what Rockstarliife is. Rockstarliife is way bigger than Tommy Akers.
Okay, now I'm getting a better understanding now. That's you've always gave off that encouraging to everyone vibe, and that's embodied within your ethos of your name.
Yes.
Very interesting.
And something I like to do is, so what I do for myself is when I make music, majority of the time I'm making music because I'm in an emotion and I can't really get over that emotion until I encapsulate it.
Yes.
So after I encapsulate it and I'm like, okay, here's the emotion, I feel better about it now, but if I feel that emotion later, I can revert back to that encapsulated art piece and be like, okay, it will get better. Get better.
Yeah, that's the best kind. Whenever I hear tracks where you can tell it's like this person had a serious situation or emotional issue and it's, you can feel when they do it right, you can feel the emotion like come through. At least I can, and it's like it shows, and it's a great thing. And whenever I've written songs, it's been like that as well. I don't consider myself an artist. I write here and there, but when I do, it's exactly that. It's like I have to do something with this. I guess I'll just try to write a song. But you do the whole, you do it. So like every song pretty much, or some songs you have like, it's just kind of like a vibe, or like literally everyone has.
So literally every song has a story to it. Every single song. And I've been slacking. I get really excited when I show people my music.
As you
because
should be.
I love my shit. And there's like it's just because it's me being vulnerable. And to anybody that's listening right now or in the future, years down the line, be it in 2023 or 2024, 2030, I don't know where you are. I don't know who you are, but I want you to understand.
An alien might be watching this in
they might.
2100.
You know, they might be like digging up, what is this YouTube thing going on here that they did way back in the 2000s?
What's up, aliens?
Yeah, what's going on? How's the cyborg system going? But, something that I found is when I was scared to be vulnerable about my emotions and about my trauma.
I think most people are in general.
Yeah, I think they are. But I don't know if it's gonna make me sound feminine to say this, but when you're almost empowered, you feel empowered by your vulnerability and just accepting it. Yeah. It's like if you speak more openly about shit that you've been through that's hard for you, the easier it is for you to do.
And for the people to relate that it's getting to, and especially when they have a shared experience.
Exactly.
It's like, I get what you're saying. I rock with it.
Yeah. So it's like I'll naturally gravitate to people that are going through a hard time. So but they don't want to talk about it because no one has an understanding. And there's something in society right now that I do not agree with is the lack of understanding of people's situations. Because you never fucking know. It's perspective. And you can't give a proper perspective if people aren't being vulnerable.
Okay. That's a nice thing to add on. Yeah.
You just can't. So let's say someone's like, oh, I can't pay my bills and this other things are going on in my life. That ain't good enough because just from that sentence, I heard that before. That sentence, the bills part, it takes a toll on it, but there's something else going up beneath the surface. Right. So if I was to say, oh, yeah, but my aunt died recently, a lot of people would be like, yeah, a family member, she ain't here no more, and this, and this. But if you talk to someone randomly, sometimes random people give the best gems.
It's true.
And then you hear them and they're like, yeah, no, I've been through a similar situation. And something that whenever you go through any type of pain, the first emotion is you feel alone.
Oh yeah.
But once you hear that, oh, you haven't been you went through this too?
Exactly.
We were in the same boat and you still walking? Oh, baby, I'm gonna walk my step.
It's not good to feel alone.
No.
It's a dark place.
It is. And the funny thing about it too is the more alone it's weird because you feel more alone the more you aren't alone.
You feel more alone the more you aren't alone.
The more you aren't alone.
If you're too far in the other direction?
No, if you have different sources around you. So let's say this.
You're saying if the other people don't feel the same way as you do,
exactly.
Just because you're with
you could be around a whole bunch of people, but they don't understand you. So
once they understand you, then you're not. 100%.
Yeah. So
100%.
So for instance, it's almost in a couple months will be the 4-year anniversary of the last time I tried to kill myself.
Okay.
And the thing is, that was the moment I realized I wanted to be alive, because every time I did it, I was trying to do it. I would think I'm doing them a service by not being here.
Oh shit!
Because I'm they don't want me. I'm just a burden, and this, and the third. But it wasn't until I realized that, damn, they would actually be hurting.
Yeah, you fuck them up.
Because some people don't understand that if they never been through some suicidal stuff, they don't realize that in those moments you're not thinking about others, you're thinking that others only think about you negatively, and you're thinking that it's actually selfless of you to be selfish in that action.
Right.
So, but it's not
kind of the opposite.
Yeah, it's completely the opposite. But your brain tricks you into believing that it's okay, cool. They don't want me, so I'm just gonna that. It used to be my fucking anytime something bad would happen, literally.
Your go-to thought?
Oh, bro, it used to be my go-to thought, bro. Someone would pull off, cut me off in the road. I'd be like, fuck, why am I alive?
Damn.
And I wouldn't know what I'm here for. But it wasn't until I had that motion where I'm fuck, people actually give a fuck. People will be hurting.
Oh yeah.
It's it's rather crazy. Now that's also another example of vulnerability, being able to speak openly about it.
Of course.
Because if I wasn't vulnerable, I wouldn't be able to say that shit. And guess what? I feel empowered
Yeah.
by doing that shit. So why not? You know?
Yeah, and I think you're in the minority of, especially in the rap, like hardcore rappers. They have a very presentation they give off.
Yeah.
They have their identity, and they're like, and I don't I don't get in my feelings, or I don't
Oh, it's a disservice.
the hardest, which is, I respect it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
If they want to, that's what they want to do. But it's cool. It's always good to see someone with that. And I noticed that right off the bat, even before I met you through the streams.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, this guy, I can see that wavelength. So, and then once I met you, it was exactly how I would have imagined. You're the same person online and in person.
I just try to do right by people.
That's always good.
Because you could say I have a God. What's it called? It's not manic. It's it doesn't matter. But
Manic depressive.
well, I am manic
Bipolar?
depressive. I'm bipolar type 2, baby. So I'm crazy.
So you were trying to think of something else?
Yeah.
Oh.
I forget gratuitous something. I don't remember. But basically, I felt my whole life that I was put here by God.
Oh yeah, that's a manic thing.
Yeah.
But that's also religious people believe that too. It's not.
Well, so I believe
all good.
I was put here on the planet to help other people through shit. I believe that the only reason I had to suffer as much as I did in my life was in order to be able to be understanding to others in that road and help them through the same exact thing.
I feel that.
Through music, art, or any sort of form that will live longer than I will.
Yeah. The legacy, the message that you leave behind to people who are your fans or family or friends, what have you.
Mm-hmm. And
good shit.
that's everything. There's four instances, brother, where someone came up to me and said, "I wanted to kill myself," and then I listened to your song, and I don't want to kill myself anymore, and that means the fucking world.
Yeah,
to
that's
me,
such
brother,
a great thing to hear.
Because I don't know about you, but anytime I would get in those episodes, I would have a song that would help me through it.
Yeah, I've been there. I've never been to the point where I was like, I'm about to kill myself, but there's been times where I was like, I would totally be cool if I just stopped living right now because I'm suffering so much.
Yeah, right.
And then, listening to songs or just kind of get you out of it. Yeah, I relate to that for sure.
Yeah, I find it funny too that whenever I talk about stuff in songs, they're like, oh my, there's it's like people's reactions are funny. I'm so used to the hatred that it's my comfort zone.
Comes with the territory.
So it's like I'm getting so much love now, and it's almost too much to deal with a lot of the time. A lot of the time, it's like, oh, you like my shit? I kind of don't believe you, but I know it's genuine.
There's a lot. Well, sometimes there's a lot of those that want to say that just so they can get some kind of something else out. Kiss your ass, whatever.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. But that's not what you were talking about.
No, actually, matter of fact, hold on real quick. I'm going to say this. Hey, Missy, who is the guy that... I know you can't see him, but I'm phoning a friend here. I'm phoning a friend. Missy, that guy at the studio that one day not sinned, but I don't want to say his name on this. Yes. Did he really feel sick because he wanted to work with me or some shit like that? Alright, yeah, so...
He said something like he felt sick for working with you?
That's what I thought happened, but I might be wrong. I'm not as big as I think I am, sometimes. But I'm also not as small as I think I am, 90% of the time. And I have to remind myself that a lot, actually.
Yeah, you never really know how, in terms of big, in terms of
influence,
influence,
impact.
I don't think anybody ever fully understands their own impact. It's just the world does. But even, they get a sense if someone like fucking Tom Cruise Like he's probably like, I'm just a normal guy, whatever.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh my God, Tom Cruise. But then there's every level in between that.
Yeah, exactly. It's strange because, here, I'll segue to this.
Sure.
My biggest supporters are my previous doubters. I had my middle school and my high school bullies reach out to me within the last year,
Shit.
one at a time. Be like, I always knew you'd make it. I always knew it. No, you didn't, sir. Sorry. No, no, you didn't.
Maybe they were, yeah.
And it's funny. My biggest bully in middle school, wants to be a rapper now.
Is any good, do you think?
Fuck no. Fuck no. And you know what? I'm biased, but I can't look at the man. I keep having these dreams where I'm doing like a big like sold out show in Tampa, and I see him on the name, and I bring him on stage, and I bully the bully, but then I'm like, I don't really want to do that.
There's always room for
I'm slouching.
Repentant, what have you.
Yeah. But it's just funny how that goes. I remember me, Jado, and a couple girls. We were at this like bar like a year and a half ago, or something like that. And one of them came up to me. I don't want to say his name, but he's like, "Oh my God, bro, I'm just so happy that you're doing." You know the people that peaked in high school.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I should have my laptop. Damn. Is there anything else? I mean, I keep going. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can give me some prompts or something.
You need like beat footage and things you can use for shorts.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
Or like
cut piece or whatever.
that
Yes.
too. But I'm trying to think of if there was other. Were you done? Weren't you in the middle of saying something though?
It doesn't really matter.
gone. The high school bully. But
Yeah. It's just funny. It's just funny that they. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. So it's also funny because I lived a rather curious life. I lived a rather fun life, and I've dated all sorts of women, but I found my soulmate. And that's always a great thing. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I don't care. I don't care.
Okay.
I've dated porn stars. I dated models. I don't fucking like any of them. I do. Let me be clear. I don't like any of them in the dating sense because of the person that they were underneath, the people that I have met. There are some good ones, but I'm friend zoning them. I don't want them. I have a very beautiful home with me, and I just want a home. And that's my baby over there. You can't see it.
in the relational home.
Relational home. So we can go into I can tell you go into a story if you would like.
Yeah.
So back in when was it? I don't even know. I think it was 2019. No, 2018 maybe. 2018, I think. 2017. I don't really remember.
How old were you at the time?
I was 20, so 5 years ago.
Okay.
I don't do math.
All right, just say 20.
Yeah, so I was 20, and I was dating this girl, and like literally because of the person I am, I'm so obsessed with other people's pleasures and other people's priorities.
People like a people pleaser.
Other people, yep.
Yeah.
And I always put myself last, always. And it's genuine love, always, and it irritates the fuck out of me whenever people are like, "Oh, I don't know if you're genuine." Bitch, why'd I do this then? But, no, so I was dating this one girl, and she ended up being a porn star, blah, blah. But I didn't really care, but I was so lonely and scared to be alone that I was like, we'll make this work, even though it was terrible. By the way, the porn star, worst sex I ever had in my life. It's crazy.
was she like a big porn star, just like she did a little work?
She's big now.
Oh, okay. OnlyFans and all that?
No, I don't know about none of that. I don't keep up with her. But,
That's good. Probably the best.
Yeah, I don't really want to. I have what I like now, so.
Exactly.
No, but she she would do crazy shit, blah blah blah. But the whole point of me saying this was, women in my life were the biggest distraction.
Gotcha.
Because I'm here with a purpose, and they were the biggest distraction because I would be so focused on what they want, what they need, that
And
I
it's
forget
holding
about
you down from your.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of lyrics about in rap songs about, like, I don't know. Post Malone had one on his first album. Can't worry about the bitches on the or it's either pussy or the commas. You can't
Exactly
fuck with the comma when you're on the come up, something like that.
Oh, you really
either
can't.
Pussy or the commas. I was like, that's a good line.
And fuck, bro, like, back when I was tragic, I had groupies, so it ain't that hard.
Yeah,
but
just
like,
gotta be good.
It's just
Get yourself out there.
It's that's all it is. All it is confidence and game and shit like that. But literally, none of that shit matters if you're not doing what you love on the planet. Like, literally, you could be having sex with millions of women, fine women, millions. You could be a fucking hoe. Men are hoes too. I'll tell you first. Men are hoes. I was a hoe, and now I ain't no hoe. So it's okay. Don't you know? Don't you know? But when you're a hoe, there's nowhere to really go. You're just gonna stay stagnant. So,
but if you like being a hoe and staying a hoe, maybe
that's them.
That's them, yeah.
But
it's not you.
It's not me, because I realized being a hoe, you kind of just stay in the same place doing the same old things, and you just become complacent. Let's be real.
Yeah, I don't like.
Let's be real.
I'm not that kind of person either.
No.
Like to keep moving forward, getting something else done, what have you.
Yeah,
it's
no.
like a workaholic kind of thing, I guess.
And I'm a workaholic. Like,
yeah.
I do 90% of the shit myself because I'm always broke.
Yeah, me
always.
too.
So, if you ever go on my channel and you go, like, it will be like linked below, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah.
If you ever go on my stuff and you look at the music videos, 99.99999% of that shit I edited. All those lyric videos you see, guess who did it?
Oh, yeah. Those are good.
Guess who fucking wrote all the songs? Well, of course me. 80% of the shit that you listen to, I edited myself. So
the audio production.
The audio production, not the beat, but everything else. So, and even like the ones that like I don't do, I have a hand in it because I'm very big on the art form about it. Because it's not, to me, it's not just music. It's the art embodiment of my life.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So, like, I think about like this might be like a egotistical way to think about it, but
shoot.
Imagine like you're in this museum, right? And you see these little exhibits here and there. Now, imagine your life is a museum. And after you die, what is in that museum? What do you have? What corners do you have? And so I think about it like that. Like, all right, if my life is a museum, because everybody's life is a museum at the end of the day. Your impact on life, the people that you have put through, the people you have impacted, people who have hurt you, and the people that have helped you, will look back on your life into this museum and focus on one of these spots in the museum. Open those doors in your mind. See which side, what are there? What is there? It's like, I go over here, I'm like, oh, look, we were just talking about being a hoe. There's the hoe area. So if you like the hoe area, he'll go over there.
The hoe area.
The hoe area, fucking A. And then if you're like, oh, well, let's look at the trauma. Okay, well, he was raped, he was stabbed, he was fucking jumped for being an artist. Oh.
Those are all true things?
Those are all true things.
Oh, man.
And I'm very open about it.
A lot more episodes to go through.
So it's funny because whenever people tell me to stop or don't do something, I do it. And not in the fucking sexual matter or none of that shit.
Right.
Put that out of your head.
But like
but if you say the whole reason I started rapping, you know why?
You can't rap.
Because I can't fucking rap.
You suck. You can't do
you
music.
suck. I'm like, all right, bet. Let me show you.
The haters fuel.
I love it. I love it so much.
It's
So like now,
fuel.
and now I'm like, fuck. I need more haters. Hate me, please.
The song,
Please,
yeah.
Hate me. Oh yeah, he heard it
That's
on a release song.
The Jesus, where I called you the Jesus of hate, taking everyone's hate.
I'll take your hate, baby. Just give it all to me. You don't need it. I need some more hate. All right. Call me bald. I'm easy. Come on, make fun of me,
Call
baby.
me bald.
God
They're gonna
damn
do
it.
it in the comments.
Call me bald.
Motherfucker.
Here in the comments, if you made it this far, in the comments, type your meanest insult you can think
my
about
God.
me. Your meanest.
Some of these kids are wild. I don't know if you should have said
please,
that.
I want it.
All right.
And I know you're. Oh, wait. Hold on. You hear that?
Timestamp this moment in the comments as well.
You hear that?
What are
they thinking about a comment, but they're not typing it. Type that shit. What are you
man.
doing? Type it right now.
This is
Pause
very
it.
interactive.
Pause it. Ready? I'll give you 10 seconds. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You should have paused it already.
Oh man, this has turned into like almost like a comedy podcast.
Oh shit! Sorry.
No, I'm just I'm loving it. It's just funny. It's going all over your. Yeah, I like it.
No.
It's a good flow.
No.
But was there? Was it? Oh, the museum. I wanted to comment. I've never heard anybody say something like that, in that sense, and that's why I love your brain, because you have all that creativity. You're like the right brain, that's the creative side.
I don't remember.
The left brain, that's like all logical. I'm mostly on that left side, so I don't. That stuff, it's hard for me to. This is why you're an artist, because you think of shit like that. The music is. I mean, your museum is your light. All that stuff.
Yeah.
It's a window into your psyche.
Well, you think about it like this too. Every artist that doesn't have an option, that is like, I'm creative and there's nothing I can do about it.
Right.
Like, every artist like that is creative, and in order to do what I do, or what any other artist does, that's even a little successful. I'm not fucking successful. That's not what I'm saying. But
A little bit.
thank
You're
you.
on your way.
Thank you. I'm getting there. But if in order to get anywhere in this field, you can't really be logical.
I know.
You can't. So it's
That's why.
you do a fucking beautiful thing, because FERM facilitates a community. Let me say it one more time. FERM facilitates
I try my
a
best.
community, and it is a gorgeous community. And you know what? This fucking community, this artist community, lacks sub-communities. They just don't. There's not really there.
What do you mean?
Sub-community. So
like a community within a community.
if being an artist, if all artists, someone's getting picked up. if being an artist puts you in a community already of artists, even if you don't know nobody, you still in that community. You need another community, because there's no one's really helping like the artist community. Everyone's like cash grabbing these days. I get scammed
It's
recently.
all so much. I keep getting people DMing me and saying, "So, are you an artist or something?" They find like a song I put out, and I'm like, "Yeah." Oh, would you like? They're basically doing what I like, the field that I'm in, kind of on the internet, but it's a lot of this aggressive, like knocking on your door, salesman type stuff,
it's so
and they're trying to
annoying.
get you, and it's like, oh man,
It's so annoying. You know what? If you go on Instagram and you type a hashtag about music, or you type a hashtag
Anytime
about
I
anything,
post,
DM us for promotion.
Yeah.
No, go fuck yourself.
just like auto stuff, but they get people, because there's like the first person that sees that, they're like, oh boy, someone's interested in me.
You see,
They
it's
feed up, they prey on
it's
that.
fucking predatory.
Yeah.
Because you know
Very
what it
predatory.
does? If you're a hungry artist and you want to go somewhere, you are willing to do whatever it takes. And someone comes along with the opportunity, and it's a false opportunity that just fucking hurts you. Us artists, we have no problem risking our lives in order to get to the steps where we want to go, or where the steps that we believe is best for the world. That's all. We have no problem doing that. But then these people come along.
They understand that.
And they fucking predatorily prey on it. I remember I got scammed recently.
On scammed.
And, because I'm used to those fucking DMs where it's like, oh, yeah. Boom,
Right.
here, this is good. It's good. Give us money. I'm used to those. But this one had a fucking tactic I'd never seen before, and it fucked me
yeah.
up. I'm so used to the other tactics. I
a
wasn't
similar
used to
story,
this one. I was like, fuck me. It looked so legit.
What was it? Like a service for?
So it was a DJ that hit me
a
up.
DJ, okay.
So but this was the thing. He didn't work for me. Like, he didn't be like, hey man, boom, we can have these things. At first. It was, hey man, I'm a fan. Good to see your stuff. And I was like, oh, thanks, bro.
That's the first flag. If it's a random person that says, I love your music, I'm a fan.
It's weird because that's how the actual shit happens too. But he didn't say nothing for like a couple days. And I was like, I'm a fan of yours too.
Huh.
And then he was like, cool. And then it ended there. Then a couple days later, I was like, you know what, let me try to like work with this man. Because it looked fucking, this motherfucker did the long. And if you are watching this shit and want to do what I just fucking said, you're a goddamn waste of a human being.
Ooh, strong words.
I can't stand people.
It's fucked.
I can't stand people who hurt, because that's what it is.
Yeah, you're
It's
taking
hurting
advantage of
people.
them and you're hurting them.
Yeah.
Because 100%.
I can't do it. I just really can't. Oh. Anyways. Anywho.
Was there a tangent that you?
There was a tangent, but then I lost it. It's a great thing with ADHD mind. You kind of get one. And then you're like, I don't got it no more. Because there's always a billion things going up on here. I understand why Kanye is the way he is.
Yeah, he's like very extreme, way more than you.
Yeah, right?
Or maybe he's just he's older, so he's further in. Maybe you're gonna turn into a Kanye.
Oh no! Actually, I wouldn't.
At least
I wouldn't mind.
You definitely get more notoriety and exposure to being that crazy.
Well, so
just don't say anything about the Jews.
so this is one of the tangents. This is like, I cannot fucking stand when people cannot separate the person from the product. They're two separate entities. They're two completely separate entities. There are rare occasions where the person is the product. Hello. Nice to meet you. But
so in relation to what would be an example of them misrepresenting that? So,
all right, let's look at R. Kelly. A fucking shit of a human being.
Sex dungeon,
he's a
slaves,
shit of a human being doing shit to children. Fuck him.
His music's great.
But you cannot tell me his music isn't great.
Oh.
You can't tell me.
It
doesn't matter what he does. I separated the person from the product. The product is fucking amazing. The person is terrible. All right, so it's also like this. Take music out of the equation. Look at Coco Chanel. She was fucking Nazis.
Really?
She was, yeah. So Nazis took over. Nazis took wherever the fuck she was from.
France, probably.
Somewhere. I don't remember.
Somewhere in that area.
Yeah.
The same business they made boots for the Nazis.
Oh shit.
Yeah. What brand is that?
Oh, I have Doc Martens as well.
So I'm being told now from our great executive over there that Doc Martens and Louis Vuitton did the exact same thing. They did irresponsible things with the bad side, and guess what? Those things that they did are normally demonized, but people can separate the person and the product with material things. And at the same time, music is a material thing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Because it's an art piece. If you look at it like an art piece, you can separate the both.
Yeah, so, 100% agree.
So it's also, go to TV shows. Bill Cosby.
Oh, yeah. And then people say, I can't watch The Cosby Show anymore.
But The Cosby Show was amazing. You cannot say it's not. I mean,
if you were like a victim of Bill Cosby, you probably wouldn't want to fuck with any of his stuff anymore after that.
Oh yeah, but even then though, but at the same time, if you separate the person and the product, because The Cosby Show and R. Kelly's music weren't in, like, I don't fucking know. Oh, Tory Lanez. We ain't gonna talk about that one though. But like, there's a whole bunch of people. If you separate the person and the product, you find much more joy in the product themselves, and the person just becomes irrelevant that made it. Like, I'm Rockstarliiife, one word, 3 eyes. My product is Rockstar Life one word, 3 eyes. Tommy Akers don't fucking matter when it comes to that. Even though they about the same person.
Right.
But it's like when I die, y'all ain't gonna remember my name, but you gonna remember what I was, my impact. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
You know?
Yeah, all these people saying, like, I can't listen to Kanye anymore after what he said about Hitler. It's like, I get it, but, like, it's just mute. Like, this, unless it's a song saying, I love Hitler,
Yeah.
then that's one thing. But his, like, old music, why do you, just, if you
Yeah.
like it.
You know what I think it is? I think it's like a gravy train. Yeah, I think it's like a gravy train where, like, all these people, it's like trending.
Oh,
almost.
yeah.
It's a trending.
It's
and
a virtue
canceled.
signaling, like, I'm good because I've chosen not to listen to Kanye because of what he said.
It doesn't make any sense. And it's very scary, honestly, what the future might hold. Because it's all based on what is said first, not what is said truthfully.
Yeah.
So if I say something, if I say FERM, you got a fucking great jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Someone can be like, oh, well, he likes FERM. Oh my God, they've been dating for this, and this, and then it's like
It's a stretch.
No, because like they can
But
like
that's what
take
you're
one
saying,
thing
yeah.
and be like, oh, it's that.
Yeah, because you
And-
complimented my clothing.
Exactly. You know, I mean, have you seen the hat? Look, turn out. Look at that hat. Crazy cool. But someone could take that and say that and make that a headline where it's like, oh, no homo, by the way, but it could be like, oh, well, Rockstarliife and FERM are dating or some shit, and then people will believe it when the truth is, this my homie.
Right. Yeah.
But no one will believe what is. No one will believe the truth. They hear the lie first.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, whoever starts it, and it has enough exposure where it starts trending on Twitter and
Yeah.
all social media gets a hold of it,
Yeah.
then all the
It's
sheep and the followers start parroting everything. Yeah, I know. It's just I feel you.
ridiculous. And but it's okay because I plan on being smart as much as I can, but I can only help so much because you can't control other people.
Oh yeah.
And the only person you can control in this world is the person that's in your mirror. So make sure the person in the mirror is someone that you want to see clearer, and then go over there, just be yourself, and don't try to be like an act or nothing like that.
Yeah. I think you'll be good. I don't think you'll run into any trouble
I hope not.
unless you. I don't see from your character. I don't see any of that. Unless somebody really disrespects you and then you go after them and then you start a beef. But sometimes that's better for press and everything.
Well, I try to do that because
Okay.
I've been around the industry a lot more than people know. But at the same time, I don't like to talk about it because in my mind it's irrelevant. I just learn knowledge from people who have been here and done it, plaques and blah 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 blah. It doesn't matter. All I did was get knowledge. That's it. And one thing that they were saying was beefs actually create more sales.
Oh yeah.
So if
The
you have
Machine Gun Kelly, Eminem, Machine Gun
bro.
Kelly blew up more than he ever did once Eminem.
yeah.
Fucking keep going.
So I tried to do that with a friend, and he was like, "Oh, bro," because we would diss each other all the fucking time, and I was like, "Bro, let's create a fake beef," because
Okay.
we're so comfortable being like, "Hey, you fucking whore, got
Yeah.
here."
I got you.
And he was like, well, I don't want my public image to be like this, da, da, da. I'm like, all right, that's fine, but it's like sales, because at the end of the day, music
Business.
It's business. And
You gotta talk business
And-
sometimes.
and at the same time, I'm kind of glad that I didn't go that route because I'm very big on authenticity.
Yeah.
So, and being like my truest self. But at the same time, I get mad at people, so I don't have to lie. Because one thing I don't do is I don't lie, baby. I stay the same person whether I'm here or there. Even if I'm talking in a different accent, it don't matter.
Even like you wouldn't like do a character and like say something you wouldn't say in real life,
Oh, well, so...
like in a song,
It depends.
like an alter ego, like a Slim Shady cutting off bitches' heads. But Eminem doesn't really do that.
I tend to do this thing where I get too personal.
Two person.
I get too personal. So I say shit that is out of bounds.
I've been there
re-
myself.
So anytime I made a song against somebody, I went out of bounds. For instance, I'm gonna have to private it on the YouTube as soon as this recording is over, so y'all can't see this.
Is it a song?
I made a whole tape, bro.
like a disc.
I made a whole tape, yeah.
Damn.
So what happened was I'm gonna try to do it short so that way I can cut it up into a short. I was dating this girl in high school, and basically it was nothing really good that was coming out of it. It was primarily physical, and it wasn't really going nowhere, blah
Sure.
blah blah. But I couldn't leave her properly, and she couldn't leave me, so it was like that. So I was like, well, I'm gonna make her hate me. I was young.
Shit.
Forgive me. I've grown. Not you, girl. I'm not talking about you.
So you
I'm
made.
I'm embarrassed by it, honestly. But
That's wild.
I made a whole a whole mixtape called Open Book about our whole relationship. And
it's still out there.
it is.
That's hilarious.
It is.
And it was all just so you could formally separate yourself from it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's so wild. I love it.
So the premise of it was a concept tape. So the beginning of it, and from beginning to the end was how the relationship was from the beginning to the end. So it was a conceptual tape, and in a couple of the songs I was very, very disrespectful, and I was, but to be fair, to myself, I was living in Orlando, and this bitch went over to my dad's house and cussed out my dad.
Oh.
And was
Shots
like, why
fired.
aren't you there? And on the same day, went to my mom's house and cussed out my mama. And I'm in Orlando, and I hear this, and
Disrespect.
I made a song about it because I was mad. And you know why she went over there? Because I was making songs about her.
From the songs before.
Yeah.
So you have to keep it going.
So if I know you, I'm gonna make a song about you. That's just how it goes. I mean, I'm taking
part of your life.
You know, I'm unapologetic about it too, because you have experience. For instance, one of my really, really good friends, he went through a breakup with his baby mama.
Okay.
And he didn't know how to really articulate into words how it was making him feel.
Okay.
So we went to excuse me.
I don't think they can pick it up.
I don't know. So he was telling me about everything that was going on, and I went home that day and I recorded by myself at home. Home studios are still cool. Just learn how to do it.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube is great.
I think it's the
It's
biggest way people do it now.
fucking amazing. Do it yourself, so that way you know kind of what to do, and then go around people that actually know what they're doing, so then you can learn off of them and kind of feed into the skills. And then it's more of a community if everyone is playing a part. But the only way to play a part is to learn what parts you can play first. That's a fucking short right there. I ain't gonna lie.
There you go.
But anywho, back to it.
Home studio.
So this girl I was dating, she cussed out my mom, cussed out my dad. So I went home and I made a couple songs about her that were very disrespectful. That ended it, and I was scared to come back home for a while because I thought I had a charge on me.
Oh shit.
But
Charge for some not related, or
no, because I was using her name and likeness and shit. But I was dumb. I didn't know that was not a thing. Oh yeah.
And she can press charges.
I
for that?
thought so.
For harassment or something.
I think so.
I don't know if that's.
I was young and I was smoking a lot back then.
Well, that'll get you paranoid about it.
Yeah, so I didn't really fucking know. But yeah, so that's a cut. But anywho, people come in your life and they go out of your life. So you just gotta take it for what it is and learn from each experience. So that way when you have something that's worth keeping, you can hold on to it for as long as possible. And back in, I never, I was never popular. No one liked me in high school. I was a fucking weirdo. I didn't have a group of friends. I would bounce back and forth between friends, and no one would fucking like me because I didn't never fit in. And the people that did like me was kind of out of pity.
Oh, well, at least you have
out
that.
of pity. And like I had that, and then like I was dating a really hot girl at the time, so everyone would be like fucking like,
Oh,
well,
that's-
fucking asshole.
Yeah.
But fuck it, you know. So I never fit in anywhere. So then when I finally did fit in Orlando, like, bro, I went from Tampa to Orlando to go to college at Full Sail, and I got like fucking popular like overnight. Which was like
that music.
Which
world.
was no, just personality.
Oh right,
Which was crazy.
No, I'm saying like maybe like the type of people that go to that are attending Full Sail, they
Yeah.
have that same kind of mentality. They're more accepting of you,
Yeah.
they're more receptive to your personality instead of like high school environment
Yeah,
shit. Because that's a whole nother.
If you're in high school right now,
Oof.
if you're in, I'm so sorry.
I'm so
for
sorry.
you. I'm sorry.
Unless
for
you're
your
the
loss.
popular kid and everyone loves you, and sometimes it's a great time, but I never experienced that.
No.
But then you peak, and then you end up usually becoming
Don't-
like a boring.
So,
No offense.
no. I'm gonna say this with full offense intended to the people who aren't on the other side.
Okay.
If you're in high school right now, and you see other people have peaked, or you see the people who are living successful high school lives, and you have not, baby, they're at their pinnacle, and you haven't even started climbing that mountain yet.
So true.
It's not a competition, but in high school, you got to think this way. You might be a loser now, but you won't be a loser then. And I say that in the most nicest way, but in the most gut honest truth way.
I think it's more enjoyable as a human to peak in your like prime, like, but instead of like when there's too much testosterone, your puberty, like all that shit.
God.
When you peak, then it's like it's a great time. Oh shit. Certain what?
Questions about? Wait, hold on. Let's go
Wait,
back.
yeah, wait. Well, oh yeah, it's better. I think it's much better to peak when you're in your 30s or older, because then you're more wise. You have a better time.
Exactly.
When you peak when you're like a teenager, it's a great time, but usually I don't see many of those that are super like happy
no.
or having a great time in their later years. They're married. They're like all these kids.
The wife.
the 9 to 5.
I'll work this goddamn job.
Not all of them, but yeah.
No, but some of them do. And you got to take that into account. I subscribe to this lifestyle that I'm going to sacrifice my 20s so I can live a fulfilling life.
I fully did that. I'm almost in the 30s.
There you go. There
pretty
you go,
much-
brother. That's why you're far,
It's-
baby.
I'm waiting for the 30s.
You
That's
know,
the golden
and
for me.
you know, you gotta work. And you know what you gotta do? You don't just gotta work. You gotta have fun while working. And
Absolutely
do
necessary.
new things. You think I knew how to edit videos when I started? Fuck no. You think I knew how to make music when I first started? Fuck no. You think I knew how to write a song? Hell no. But
Gotta
guess
start
what?
somewhere.
You gotta start. And don't get so easily dissuaded from doing something just because there's doubt. There will always be doubt no matter what room you are in. There's only one thing that you can do, because you're going to take doubt and you're going to give doubt. But what are you going to do with that? That's access. That's coal. You can either throw that away or you can use it to fuel.
Yeah. And then it's even more satisfying when you get through that doubt and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I doubted myself. I fucking did it, or whatever.
I do this thing once a year because my birthday is like one of the hardest times for me.
Okay.
Because it is the anniversary around a lot of trauma behind me, right?
Okay.
So I get really like, oh, I ain't shit. I never think I'm worthy of happiness.
Okay.
Ever. It's ridiculous. I can never put myself first. But I always think that I ain't shit. I haven't like done anything. And then what I do is I go back on my catalog and I listen to shit. I'm like, fuck, bro, I came a long way.
Exactly.
Holy shit. And the only reason I'm able to do that is I put the years in the work. Years. I'm 25. I put 10 years. And guess what? I'm still not where I wanted to be at 15.
Only the beginning.
But I'm still going, and I'm still smiling through it because it's not a negative.
Hell yeah.
Every step, no matter how small it is, brother, Like literally the
One foot
smallest,
in front of the other.
the smallest wins are the most like.
You gotta learn how to love those, yeah. Instead of chasing the big ones all the
While
time.
you always gotta have that though, like something.
Well, the big goal, yeah.
Big
yeah.
goal in mind, because you want to see not an end result. You want to see what you're working towards.
Yeah.
But you also want to see what's at the top of the staircase, but you also want to see the steps in front of yourself.
Exactly. I have a hard time, like even the small steps will come, but then I'm right after that I'm like, all right, I better keep going up the steps, or I get to the end, or I'm starting getting doubtful again. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
losing the hope. But you just got to push through and fucking.
It's consistency.
Keep it
really.
grind. That's the grind.
Oh God, it's hard. And
Very
for
hard.
anyone that's not an artist, I will tell you this right now: the amount of pressure is unbelievable. Not just on the other people in your life, but the pressure you put on yourself is crazy.
I can see it.
It's crazy, and it's not a negative. Because if you have a piece of coal, remember what I said about doubt? Doubt is coal.
Coal.
That's coal. And what do you do with coal? What happens to coal under pressure?
Well, it could become a diamond. Is that what you're referring?
It
Carbon diamond?
Yeah. It can. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
We know a couple things.
I worked in a diamond lab. I know. About
Oh,
it.
shit.
Did I never tell you that?
No!
Maybe the first. It's a whole thing.
It's
but
a
yeah,
whole thing.
a lot of stuff.
God. Oh. What else? Because
That's a good
yeah.
sort of ending a message.
Mhm.
The coal is the doubt is the coal.
Doubt is the coal, and the
keeps
coal
getting
is...
compressed, and then eventually it turns into a beautiful, sparkling gem.
And you know what? The only way to press that coal down, is to press it. You gotta bury it. Honestly, you gotta bury the doubt. Like how people bury pain. Instead of burying pain, bury the doubt.
I like that.
Bury that shit. Don't even look at it. So if you can't deal, if you have been through shit, and you don't want to talk about that at all, ever, you bury it. So like you do that with doubt and bury that. Look yourself in the mirror. Understand yourself and know that you are beautiful, you are loved, and you are worth it. No matter what, you're worth it, and you deserve happiness. I'm still learning.
We're all still learning all the time. Hell yeah! I think that's a great. I mean, there's so many more things we could get into, but it's been. I think we got over an hour, and there's always the next one.
Oh yeah, we can. I wouldn't mind doing this again.
Yeah.
This would be fun.
Yeah.
Shit, we break these up. Oh my God. Before we bounce out of here,
One more. Yeah.
there is a song coming out. I have worked 3 years in a row for this year right now. This year
Preparation right there.
is the accumulation of 3 years of work. I did 3 years of work for 2 years, this year and the next year. But this year starts the actual rollout of products I'm very happy to bring. I've been holding on to these songs for years, polishing, making them beautiful. The first one comes out in 5 weeks from recording.
5 weeks.
5 weeks
So
from this
in
recording.
February or March?
It's going to be in February, sadly.
End of February?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
So it's a self-titled joint. You're going to love it. You already heard it.
Oh, yeah.
And
The anthem.
it's the anthem. It's really the anthem.
Rockstarliife anthem.
First time I performed it, there were 60 people. It was my first time being able to control the crowd with the song. I was like, holy shit, I got 60 people waving
that's a
like
great-
this.
that's a
Holy
great time.
fuck. It was great. So I'm excited. And, you know, if you're in FERM's lives on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I might be there. There's a good chance. I try to be. I'd be at work though, but
On the phone at work. I love it.
yeah.
Well, thank you all for watching and joining us for this wonderful conversation. Look forward to more, and subscribe to Rockstarliife's YouTube channel. We'll put the link in the description and on the screen and the handles and everything. Fuck with your boy, and We'll see you next time. Have a good one. Hit the like button and comment if you made it this far.
Comment!
Thank you.
If you made it this far, comment your favorite color.
There you go. All right, I think that's a good thing.